Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Cindy Daychuk with Queen Bee Creations, and today we are going to do a little thrift flip. And I'm saying little, not necessarily because of the size, but because of the size of the project. I'm assuming, and that can get me in trouble sometimes, but I'm assuming this is going to be a very quick, easy little fix. I thrifted this cute little vintage footstool for $5.75, which is almost nothing. Now, when I grabbed it, did I have big, grandiose plans of I could recover this, I could paint the fabric, I could do all kinds of things? Absolutely. I always do. But I gotta tell you, there's nothing wrong with this fabric. It's perfectly lovely. It's, is in a blush pink. People either want the pink or they don't want the pink. That's beside the point. If I painted things blue, they either want the blue or they don't. It's the same thing. But here's for those of you that are maybe doing a booth. There are times that you need to do some quick projects, meaning you need them to be fast turnaround in your booth or your market, or you know that they're not going to go for big money, so you don't want to invest a ton of time because you're not going to be able to recoup that. So the first step in this is I'm going to repaint the wood because I'm not convinced that the pink fabric is awful. I just think that the combination of it with the dark wood is very old looking, right? Very heavy, very old looking. So there's a possibility that I don't have to do anything with this fabric if I repaint the wood. So for something like this, I definitely think about it in stages. So I want the first stage to be painting out the base, and then I can see whether or not the fabric is old. Now, I will say this. It has a screw on the bottom that I just undid, just with this little piece of wood, that allows this to just pop right out. So recovering it is not going to be a hardship, but it also means painting it is not going to be a hardship. So I'm starting with the idea of maybe painting it will be enough. In which case, I want to use a paint color that's going to brighten it up, but that's going to work with the dark dusty rose. But I don't want to use white. White is going to be just a little too stark. So what I do have from Fusion's new Alchemy paint line is a paint color called Sandstone. So it looks kind of taupey, but it actually has this underlying kind of blush tone to it. And I think that especially when we put it next to the pink, it's going to pull some of that. So we're not going to make this look pink by choosing a color that is very pink. Instead, we're going to do this taupey color that has the undertone of pink, so that even when I put them together, if I don't dig it, maybe painting out the fabric or recovering the stool, I can still go with this option that I'm going to have choices that work with it. If not, it's going to be a really safe, really neutral base, lightening this up. So sometimes those are some of the decisions and choices that I make behind the scenes as to why I go in certain directions on things, because it's about not only coming out with something that looks really great at the end, hopefully that's always the goal, but something that is going to be a bit more of a minimal investment of my time, materials, just to be able to keep the cost low, because I would rather sell things at a low cost quickly than sell things at a higher cost, but I hang on to them for a long time. So there's no magic in the painting. I am going to paint it upside down, get the legs, do all that. So 2 coats that way. Then I will do 2 coats this way. And this particular paint color, I'm just looking for a decent sized brush here. Well, we'll take you. We'll take you. There you go. So this particular paint color, you know, it's light enough that it's going to take me a little bit to paint. Oh, the little lid found its way down in there. I thought it was a big glop of paint, but it was the little plastic lid had descended. It had descended. So let me just pull you in for a second and share with you what the color looks like as it's going on. And then I'll continue painting without you because you really don't need to see that. All right. So if you're not familiar with the Alchemy line of paints, this is an acrylic limestone chalk paint, but it has some of the same sealer in it that Fusion's mineral paint does, just a little bit less, which is kind of a resin-based sealer. So these, you know, this is going to ultimately self-seal, but it stays open a little bit longer. So if I was doing a project that I wanted to do some blending on, that sort of thing, this would be a great choice paint because it's going to stay open, but it's going to finish with a chalk-like finish, even though it's sealed. So then you can decide if you need, you know, additional sealer, or if you know, just want to leave it as is. Really depends upon your use of it and also the finished texture of it. But you can see already that's a really dark color. And I think I'm only going to have to do one coat of this base. It really does have great coverage. So I'm not going to need any more than what I have in this already open little container. Okay, so I am just going to carry on getting my coats on, one on the base, but I think two on the legs, and do the top part, and then we'll kind of put the two together and see what we're thinking. But I'm not sure that this shows up for you, that it pulls a little bit of a pinky undertone. All right, this is painted out now, and at this stage, before I decide whether I'm going to do anything more onto it, what I want to do is take our top, just kind of stick it in and see what I think. And you know what? I kind of like it. I'm kind of digging that. It kind of works now, but this is still, now that I know that I'm going to keep that top, what I want to do is just zhuzh this up a little bit, right? We've got the trim and that sort of thing. So I'm going to use some gold. Let me grab it. Now, you could use any kind of gilding wax that you have, any really gold paint, whatever you want. I have some lunar paste that I haven't tried before, so I'm going to try it. What I want to do is this metal rim. I want to add a bit of gold along the detailing. I just want to zhuzh it up a little bit. And then, because this paint happens to dry matte, I'm going to take my clear wax once this gold has dried, and I'm going to, can you see some of that gold trim? It's just going to pick it up a little bit. And what I will do is probably add it in the details on some of the raised edges and up in here as well. And then I'll take, I just want to leave it to dry overnight to make sure that I'm not going to smear it, that I won't smear it. And then tomorrow, I'll just buff it up with some clear wax, just to make it a little bit shinier. Put the pieces together. But I'm just going to go around and add my little bit of gold trimming here. Now when it comes to trying and putting some of that gilding around those little edging, I just take a Q-tip and dip it in and go round. It just makes my life a little bit easier because, you know what? My fat fingers would make a mess of it. See? Okay, I'm going to carry on. All right, I'm just applying this wax, and you can see how it kind of darkens that color. This alchemy paint just kind of dries to that chalk kind of finish, and then top coating it or adding the wax seems to kind of deepen that color out, making this, in this case, it kind of pulls the pink a little bit more, which I think is going to be perfect because this is not an in-your-face pink. It's kind of in that dusty rose kind of tone a little bit. Now, I will say this, that lunar paste, and I bought this in a set off of Amazon because somebody had told me to give it a try, and it came with 3 colors, silver, very silver, and kind of a copper tone. So I'll try and drop those in the link. It applied really easily. It applied smoothly. When I first applied it, I could move it with my finger to be able to spread it out, and then it dried almost instantly. So there was no having to wait for it. I was able to go right into waxing this piece up. So I'm going to get the wax applied. I'm doing it with a cloth. Could have done it with a brush. Just whatever you have on hand. And one really light coat. I'm going to leave it to dry overnight, buff it out tomorrow, and then we'll see about putting our cushion back on. And this little baby is done. A very quick, simple little update. Again, you know, had to wait and see, have it tell us where it wanted to go. Okay, I have buffed up, just using this guy, makes quick work of it. But again, this was small, so hand buffing would have worked. But it's given it a beautiful kind of glossy, shiny finish. And I popped the top onto it. And I think that this works great. I think that the color, that soft, you see what I'm saying about that sandstone? As much as it's like a beige, it's got a blush undertone. So it just really kind of goes with that dusty rose top without the need to have to switch it out. And the little bit of the gold trim around these pieces here, around the edging, I think just kind of sets it off. You can, of course, recover it if you choose. But like I said, sometimes some of the transformations just require paint. It doesn't require a lot of extra stuff to be able to make a significant difference and have something that looked kind of really tired and heavy looking. And I think that's what the brown wood did for me for this little stool, is it just made the piece look really heavy for something that small. Easy enough to be able to flip out or change the fabric if you wanted, you know, a little bit of a staple gun and you're done. Certainly you could have painted the fabric, but there was nothing wrong with that, assuming you like the color. So for something like this, can flip it out for the store pretty quickly and have this piece be something that people are going to love. Again, sturdy enough to sit on. I tested. So if it holds me, it's fine for anybody, but great little footstool or little accent piece in the house. Let me know what you think of this one. Certainly as well, keep it in mind if you have booths or markets that sometimes you're looking for a finish or a project that's going to flip it faster rather than being out of the box creative. Sometimes simple is all that's needed. Looking forward to seeing you on the next one. And until then, Take care.